So it's all for play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Good evening and welcome to Team T Tantrum for Manchester City versus Aston Villa. Apologies that it's just me. My voice is gone because we were busy celebrating someone getting married at the weekend. I hope you're all well. Neil will join us a little bit later on, I'm sure. I've been sitting here picking my team. I don't know whether that's the team or not, but that's what I'm anticipating he does tonight. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just going to throw it out there and see what happens. The team will be announced in about a minute, I'd say. Hope everybody's well. Yeah, we had a great day Saturday. Got to see most of the match during the wedding. Really good day and night. And what a great way to celebrate with a 4-1 win for Villa at the weekend. Hope everybody's well. What have we got here? Someone said a voice is gone after 5 minutes of Villa Park on Saturday and still not back. Well, there you go. I think we're all kind of in that boat. Darren says, good evening, lads, up to Villa. Where's the Brendan says, evening all, think with goals tonight from both sides. Just hope we're on the winning side. Look, I don't care how we get the win. We just got to keep winning and winning and winning and put all the pressure on. The team is out. So let's see if I got it anywhere near what the boss has chosen to do. I'm wrong already. He's gone with Martinez, Cash, Konza, Pau, Digne, Onana, Kamara, Tielemans, Ramsey, Rodgers, and Rashford. So there is no Ollie Watkins. I don't think anyone expected that. And no Asensio. So back four of Cash, Konza, Pau, and Digne, which I expected Digne to play. Onana and Kamara holding. Tielemans, Ramsey, and Rashford. Ramsey, and Rodgers behind Rashford. So no John McGinn. No Ian Maatsen after his great game at the weekend. No Ollie Watkins. No Daniel Malen. No Marcus Asensio. And yeah, amazingly, no Mings on the bench. So really, really strange. Yeah, what's your thoughts? Strong team. Very strong defensively, I would imagine. Probably would have went with Mings tonight, just my opinion. Yeah, what's everybody thinking? I'll run through the subs for you anyway. Olsen, Maatsen, Garcia, Disasi, McGinn, Barkley, Malen, Asensio, and Watkins. Rashford against Manchester City. What's Greg say? Rashford against City, the great squad, they need to win. Also, cup semi-final on Saturday. Although this is a must-win, the squad will have to rotate. Good all-round. It is a good all-round team. I think, like, there's very little that we can complain about with what's in there. Shane also says no Mings or Bailey. Bailey was the one that I neglected to mention. Anyone else notice anything strange? Would you have gone with Watkins tonight? Would you have gone with Asensio? Really, really strong bench. Only one central defender though. Maatsen, Garcia, and Disasi in defence. Then Barkley and McGinn in midfield, and then the attacking options of Malen, Asensio, and Watkins. Ollie won't be happy. Some of you are saying, yeah, but does that automatically mean that Ollie is playing on Saturday? I think he'd be more happier with that. We'll go through the Manchester City team there. Put up any questions there you want me to answer, and I'll have a look at the Man City team and see what we can come up with. As usual, I'll have to try and find their Twitter handle. I wasn't ready for this. Manchester City, Man City, at Man City. And the post won't allow. Oh, do they have me blocked? Very strange. I can't get up the Man City team. Perhaps one of you can help me out there in the comments. The usual suspects if you're typing. Maybe I'll go into a different Twitter account. Very strange. I can't get into it on my normal Twitter account. And we look for Man City. This really doesn't make for good podcasting, does it? And I must be blocked. And they haven't announced their team, have they? No Lamar Bogard in the team either. Matchday Live build up. They haven't announced their team on Twitter. What kind of shithousery is this? We'll get there. We'll get there. A minute now. Manchester City. Right, we'll try their Facebook and see if we've any. Oh, it keeps going off. You see, they want you to watch their. They've got Jolie and Lescott here. Let's see if I can see it quickly. Ortega, Nunez, Diaz, Gavardiol, O'Reilly, Kovacic, Gundogan, De Bruyne, McAtee, Bernardo, and Marmouche. Strong team. On the bench, Carson, Grealish, Doku, Nico, Akanji, Savinho, Kushinov, Foden, and Lewis. Very strong team. Really, really strong team. It's gone off the screen there again, but I think someone has sent it to me here. Oh my God. Right, so Ortega, Nunez, Diaz, Gavardiol, O'Reilly, Kovacic, Gundogan, De Bruyne, McAtee, Bernardo, and Mamouche. There, see, line eye, fair play to you. There it is in the comments for you. Strong team, as expected. That even with the injuries they have, it's a very strong team. What's your thoughts on that? All looking good. Rachel says Diaz is looking good for them. Joe, your usual positive self, says we haven't the hope. No wingers for Manchester City. Yeah, I guess. Peter is saying one thing they lack is pace. McAtee be pacey, Mamouche. Yeah. O'Reilly's pacey enough. Yeah, you probably have a point there. Ronan just WhatsApped me. Fair play to you, Ronan. What else have we got here? Bob Jeff says not convinced Bailey would play for us again. You may have a point. Steve asked the questions, how many of them get in our team? Now that's one we haven't asked in a while. I think a fully functioning De Bruyne gets in our team. I think Gavardiol and Diaz get in our team. Bernardo Silva probably gets in our team. Yeah, there's plenty of them. Get your questions in there and we'll go through them and see until we lead up to Neil coming in there. Kevin saying the City midfield is looking average. I don't think there's anything average. They're above average. They're back and they're firing, and you know they're capable of doing a job on us tonight. Rossa says Marlon and Asensio to score off the bench. Yeah, I hope it doesn't need to be that long waiting for a goal, because I'm particularly worried about this. Those of you that don't know, all my family are Manchester City, so I don't really need them ending our European charge this evening and having to look at their smug faces for the next few weeks. Carrie is listening in Los Angeles. Glad you're well in Los Angeles. I hope the sun is shining. I'm in Dublin today and it's miserable. Got absolutely soaked there on the way home. Ross is going 3-1 Villa. Michael Richards is saying our midfield is better. Probably tend to agree with you there. Greg says, if we can weather an early storm and are clinical, we can have a famous win tonight. # momentum. They were very poor against Everton. Yes, they were, but they came out of it. What else have we got here? Kat says we're thinking the plan and playing on the counter. I think so too. Probably set up similar to what way we were against PSG. Rob Henry says he predicts that the winner tonight gets 3rd and loser gets 5th. A draw pushes Forest to 5th. Well, let's see what happens. It's Forest, they're not giving up just yet. Kevin is saying no, they've no legs in midfield. Well, maybe that's what we can do. We can catch them on the break with their no legs. It'll be interesting. Duncan is expecting a 0-0 at half time. Michael, I hope you're well, buddy. We must be respectful, but I'm feeling very positive. I'm feeling positive. You got to feel positive after the run of results we've had and how well we've played. My biggest concern is that we go there and we never get the rub of the green. Never get the rub of the green at the City of Manchester Stadium. There's some really strange ones. When we were 2-0 up in that last match of the season, that would have cost them the league, and then come back and won 3-2 when Slippy took off Coutinho, who was bossing the game. And then the David Silva telling the referee that he got a touch to give him the goal, but he was in an offside position and it wasn't even checked. But there you go. Expect more of the same tonight. That's the way I am anyway about playing against the greedy boys. Ross Buchanan, Rashford's game tonight, huge game for Rashford. Absolutely enormous game for Rashford. This has to be the one for him to go and shine and light up his spell at not that he hasn't done already, but he would really put the icing on the cake if he went and had a stormer tonight. C-Line, I says, yeah, we could. We need to attack down the right-hand side like we did Newcastle, not his natural position. Could be a way in. I think there's many a way in there, but we just never know. Yeah, Joey says here, better hope nothing happens to Pau. Risk to drop Mings completely injured, ? Good call on JJ. His ball carrying skills are crucial. Yeah, he did this at the weekend. There was no Pau in the squad at all. Went with Mings and no Pau. So yeah, who are we to second guess what he's done? He went and scored 4 against an in-form Newcastle. So why not go and at least get scores on the board tonight and hopefully get a win? A lot of people talking about the Rodgers, Ramsey and Rashford running the 2 makeshift fullbacks in Núñez and O'Reilly. Absolutely see that. I can see that's where he's coming from. Joey says, pretty sure Rashford scored in his last Manc derby at City. Need him in case we get a penalty. I don't envisage getting a penalty against this crowd, but anyway, you never know. What else have we got here? Ryan is asking, you think Emery is keeping Watkins to run at the tired legs? Absolutely, if required, and look, he has rotated both of them no matter what. So let's sit back and relax and enjoy it and see what we can come up with. Peter says Kamara, Tielemans and Onana versus Gundogan and Kovacic. Surely we come out on top. You'd have to think so, but who knows? We knew that Haaland wasn't going to be there, so that's a bonus for us. No Jack. Garrett says if we can play past their press, we've got a chance to score in a few. Garrett, I'll settle for 1 or 2 if that's their definition of a few. I think we just need to win the game no matter what. Villaman Cloudy correctly says O'Reilly's been very good lately. Scores goals too. Need to watch him 100%. Seeking wants this win. We all want this win today. Absolutely want this win. Seeking also says plastic trophies, plastic club. Bought trophies anyway. What else have we got here? Bernard Quinn is going for, we're 100% the better team. We make our own luck this evening. We won't need the rub of the green. 2-0 Villa. That's all we can hope for. I hate to want the rub of the green against one of these teams because we just don't get it. Stephen Kiley, hope you're well, mate. Let's bait the bejesus out of them tonight. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't a 4-1 or a 4-0 like we did against Newcastle be nice? I think everybody be very, very happy. What else have we got here? The ref will be crap. Who is it, by the way? Well, we know he's going to be crap anyway, don't we? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's one of the lesser known celebrities, I think, from what I remember. It is it's Craig Pawson. So we all know who he is, and we all know he's terrible. So, and they're all terrible. So there's no bonus for having any different players in there. Peter's waiting on Neil to tell us about the goal off McGinn's arse that he so badly wants coming off the bench. I really hope it doesn't come down to that. I just think we're absolutely on fire. Let's lay down a marker tonight and get a good win on the board. Techno Obliterator says, won't be easy. Hard not to fancy us now. You'd have to fancy us. You have to fancy us in these scenarios. Del Boy is saying, so it looks like we want rest for Saturday. Rest for Mings, rest for Watkins, maybe. Rest for McGinn. May actually give us a chance. If we beat City, it may actually give us a chance of finishing top 5. I think it's crucial. If you're beating the teams that are ahead of you or in around you, I think that makes a huge difference. I personally believe that if we win this game, we're in the box seat. We've points on the board, and it's up to us to keep ourselves in there. Obviously, we've got the side show at the weekend, and what a side show it is, a trip to Wembley for a lot of people. So if you're going, I hope you enjoy it. I wish I was going myself. What else have we got here? Max says, statement win tonight. We're one of the big boys. I presume that means time to start acting like it. Yeah, absolutely. Michael wants to talk about our bench. Do you want me to read it out again for you, Michael? We went through it there a while ago. Very strong bench. You've got to be very enthusiastic of what we have to come off it. As someone said in the comments there, but I chose not to read it out. Other than Olsen, it's probably as strong a bench as you could possibly have. Olsen, Matson, Garcia, Disasi, McGinn, Barkley, Malin, Asensio, and Watkins. Malin, Asensio, and Watkins. How good does that feel? To come off the bench. You surely have to think we've got a great chance. Seeking wants to know, would Jack ever come back to us? That's not something I'd like to talk about right now. Rachel says the refs are crap. No getting around it now. They know what they are. They know what they are. And we've got to go and win the game and forget about it. Just like we did with Jared Gillett on Saturday. Put him in his place, do our own thing, and be brilliant about it. Questioning when he lets Kovacic away with 5 like he did with Bruno Guimaraes before he booked him. Absolute disgrace on Saturday. K10 Dreaming says, I love Bailey. I just don't know if he will work as hard as Emery needs. Yeah, he worked hard for a season, but he's been missing in action, unfortunately, since then. Western correctly says that bench is insane. It absolutely, Ball's just saying the same. The bench is crazy. Rachel, we have options. Yes, we do. 100%. Duncan says our bench is literally a first choice 11 now. Unreal depth. Absolutely. We've just got to keep everybody fit for this run in because huge month ahead. What else have we got? Yeah, that's a killer bench, he says. Ball says, I'm assuming Bailey leaves this summer. Yeah, Mark says, where do we get the 2 11s? It's nuts, isn't it? When you take the 2 boys out that are in there, you've literally got 2 11s that could beat us at a decent level for sure. Jordy Villain says, nice easy win tonight. Set us up for Saturday. Jordy, I hope you had a great day and a great few days since beating the Magpies at the weekend. I know you're exiled up there, and I hope it was a great day going back to work today for you, or whenever you got back to work, or whenever you do get back to work. Enjoy it and drink it all in, because they've been few and far between. I've just noticed there's, between all platforms, there's over 1,500 people in here just listening to me, and fair play to you. Thanks very much for joining us. If you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. If you are subscribed, give us a like. We'd much appreciate it. Thank you so much for being in here on a Tuesday evening to have a chat. Duncan says Bailey is a traditional winger, doesn't fit Emery's system. I think it'll be sold in the summer. You have a point. You absolutely have a point. Michael says every player must have fire in their bellies. I think every player, fan, anybody that wants the good guys doing well has fire in their belly. You know, the Champions League run made us everybody's second team. Everybody wanted us to do well. The amount of messages I got from all sorts of fans. What else have we got? Dave Lacey, hope you're well, buddy. An awesome lineup, an awesome bench. Looking forward to a trip to Wembley on Saturday. I hope you have a brilliant day, Dave, and hope we get the win and on for a big one in a few weeks' time. Everyone's saying the same thing about Bailey. We'll park that there for the end of the season and see. Mark says, very good point. I'm just happy to be able to go into every single game safe in the knowledge we can, and in brackets, not always will win. It's quite an amazing feeling. It really is. When you know, it's not false hope. It's not the days of being 7 points behind with 4 games to go in a relegation fight. This is you know, senior hurling now, as we say here in Ireland. It's a huge achievement to be where we are in such a short space of time for Unai Emery. He really has assembled a majestic squad capable of competing at this level. We've got to the quarter-final, last 8 of the best competition in Europe. And now, can we push on? Can we get to the FA Cup? Can we progress into the Champions League again next year? I just think it would be astronomical for the club to go and do it. Seeking says we probably need 70 points for top 5. Not so sure. They'll start beating each other, and people will start slipping. It's not going to be easy. What else have we got here? Sophie says we need to bring the intensity. We absolutely need to be on the front foot from the start. Don't give them a sniff of any chance of getting into this game. That's the only way we're going to do this. What else have we got here? Steve says we're coming to the main podcaster now. Don't worry, normal service will be resumed. Neil will be back shortly. I'm hoping to get him on before 7:15 when I have to leave, and he will 100% be on after the match, I'd imagine. His voice is probably worse than mine. Yeah, but it's a struggle at the moment, I have to say. Seeking says, I want this FA Cup. Don't we all? And I think, you know, what a season it would be to be finishing in the last 8 of the Champions League, win an FA Cup, and then get into the Champions League again. I think it would be incredible. Delboy says, I'll retrace it. Did Watkins run his mouth after the Newcastle game? Not sure about that. Not sure. Seeking says, I'd love it if we beat them. This is becoming the Seeking show now. We better find somebody else to give us comments. Yes, Villaman Cloudy says, we must be 100% focused tonight. City could just turn up, wipe us out if we start slow. Yeah, they could, and they have done in the past. But, yeah, Seeking again. But this is the new Villa. It absolutely is the new Villa, so let's see what happens. What else have we got here? All right, I've just got a message from Neil to say he's probably not going to make it here. So I'll run through some more of your comments and then we'll do a roundup of the scores. What have we got here? Peter M says, on Anna's height and ball winning ability, Kamara being the legs, tracking the runs, Tielemans' passing ability. If we're on form tonight, we run riot. I don't even want to. I'd love us to run riot. I don't even think we need to run right. We just need to get the points on the board, and then everybody be happy. What else have we got? Mark says he thinks Chelsea have to play Newcastle, Liverpool, and Forest. Interesting. John Tidd said, "Hi Paddy, hope you had a great time at the wedding. Tell the newlyweds congratulations and all the best for the future. Hopefully we beat Shitty up the Villa." You can tell him yourself when he gets on after the game and does a post match for you later on. Joe B says, "Lots of love, Paddy. Up the Villa and up." Can't say that word. Sorry, not allowed. There's a few people watching here now that'll be very upset if I said those words. I hate putting Villa and that word in the same sentence because one of them is cursed. I don't want us to be cursed. We need to go and win it tonight. But hope you're well down there in the west of Ireland. There, John Doran. I must have missed this. I've been kind of off the radar at the weekend. Watkins said he was angry not to be picked, and I'm fine with that. I agree with you, John. Yeah, but that's normal for a footballer to be angry not to be picked. There'd be something wrong if he was happy with it, wouldn't there? Rob says we got to be sharper at our passing tonight. Yes, 100%. All about the passing game. What else have we got? Bellboy talking about my left foot. Right. While I'm looking at these last few comments, if you want to get your scores in, we'll run through them quickly. What else have we got here? Ball says, John McGinn seemed to love Ollie's interview. He certainly didn't indicate there was a problem. More a positive that everyone wants to play. Sky Sports interview this week. Yeah, it's always a positive when people want to play. Stephen Kiley's gone for a 2-0 win. No stupid shit, just a solid performance. I'll take that all day long. I wonder is that Neil's sister in there. Up the Villa and up Sabrina Carpenter. I think I was singing Sabrina Carpenter on Saturday night, and I'm sure that's what your reference is. And you were questioning why I knew the words. I still don't know myself. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Villaman Cloudy said, "I take a shithouse 1-0 win all day." Yes, 100%. Charlie Kane says, "That's married life for you now, not allowed on the podcast." Good stuff. Right, we have some scores in. English with Richard Parks is going 5-3 Villa. Sophie is going 3-0 Villa, I'm sure. Ken O'Sullivan's going 3-1 Villa. Jared Dunleavy is going 3-2. Andy is going 2-0 Villa. Toy Doyle is going 3-1 Villa. Osgerm is going 3-2 Villa. Greg is going 3-1 Villa. Pajo, a little bit more negative, is going for 1-1. Max Hunter is going 2-1 Villa. Rogers by 2. Rogers would love that against his former club, wouldn't he? David Dwyer is going for 3-2 Villa. C. Lionel is going 3-2 Villa as well. Daniel Hughes is going 3-1. Morgan, Rashford, and Mings. Interesting. Rachel is going 2-1 Villa. Peter is going 3-1 Rashford, Onana, and Ramsey. Seakin's going 2-1 Villa. Steve Berry is going 2-0. Watkins with both. Interesting. We might have to wait a while for that one. Michael O'Brien's got to be honest. I'm nervous, but I'm nervous because I know we can win. I'm backing a 2-0 win. Gareth is going 3-1 Villa. Junior's going 2-1 Villa. Bernard is going 2-0 Villa. Dan Downey is going 2-1 Villa. Dubliners is going 3-2 Villa. Duncan is going 3-1 Villa. John Doran is going 2-0 Villa. Patrick McGovern is going 3-2 Villa. Sniff Rat is going 2-1 Villa. Rob Henry is 2-1. Any more in there? Rashford Hattie, just to rub it in, 3-1 Villa, says Villaman Cloudy. Sorry if I'm skipping past your comment here. 2-1 to Villa, says Ryan C. Bear in the Gardens going 1-0 Villa. Michael Richards is going 3-2 Villa. Ryan C. is going 2-1 Villa. Rich Burton is going 3-2 Villa. A lot of positivity in there. A lot of positivity, I've got to say. Marcus only fancy us tonight, but not a rout. 2-1 Villa. We'll take that all day long. Mr. Ponch is going 2-1 as well, as is Bulge. Stato, Dale, I hope you're well. I'm not sure if we're going into your stream or not, but we'll hang on there and see if that's the case. I'm not good at this technology stuff. Mick Ducati is going 2-0 Villa. Bladenator is going 11-0 Villa. We'll take that all day long. Andy's going 1-0. Chris is going 2-1 Rashford and Rodgers. Tyra Roblox is going 2-1 Villa. Mark Willis saying, smash those likes, everyone. Thanks for the PM pod, Paddy. Yeah, get the likes in there if you don't mind, please. I'd really appreciate it. All 1,500 of you in there. It would be great. 2-0 Villa. Watkins to beat the record tonight. Yes, that would be great too. Marlon to win it for us off the bench, says Shane. Why not? 3-1 Villa, says John Tidd. But want a result. Don't care how we get it. Yeah, absolutely. Aston 3-0. 4-1 says T8. Derek is going 2-0. Cat Cannon is going 1-0. And we'll just leave it at that. David Dwyer is going top work, Paddy. I don't think so. Good to be here, though. Good to be here with you guys. Thanks, everybody, for listening in. I hope you're all well. I'm going off to get a bite to eat and a little bit of chill just before the match kicks off because it's going to be a nervous one. 45 minutes to kick off. Hope you all find a nice, comfortable seat and maybe a cold beverage to enjoy it with. Thanks, everybody, for listening in. I'm blown away that there's 1,500 people listening to just my voice. Neil will be back with you later on, I'm sure, if he has a voice. And we'll catch up with you throughout the week. We'll get a preview for Crystal Palace, and if I can get on afterwards this evening, I will. Fingers crossed for 3 points, no matter how they come. And all that's left to say is up to Villa.